everybody, welcome to, well, it's a cloudy day today in Perth. It's been an absolute scorcher, and this is actually the first cool, moderate day we've had in probably 3 months, and I'm very grateful for that, because today we're working in a workshop to remove this. The roof is being cut off and it is being replaced by a camper conversion. Many people new to what I do and the troop carriers that I build will look at it and comment in a video saying, what rooftop tent is that? It's not a rooftop tent, it's a conversion. The roof is actually removed. Why would you do that? Well, firstly, because if you do, the way it's designed, you can actually use the back of a vehicle like this, which really is a small van. You can actually live in it. You can stand up in it, get changed in it, and in really foul weather, chill out in it. And that makes it a fantastic modification for a overlander, because it makes the overlander vehicle a both live in and live out of platform. And anybody who has done really long overland trips will understand the value of that. If you've not done really long trips, and when I say really long, I'm talking 3 to 4 weeks plus, starts becoming really long. The value is fantastic. Now, this conversion can't be fitted to most four-wheel drives, and the reason for it is that because it cuts the body work. When you have a vehicle where the strength of the vehicle relies on the body for its strength, like an egg, it's called a monocoque. That kind of structure, if you cut the roof off, it would be like breaking part of an egg. The egg is going to lose its structural integrity if you cut part of the shell away. The entire thing will then collapse. Same principle with monocoque bodies. Other suitable four-wheel drives include the Jeep Wrangler series of vehicles, Land Rover Defender, the proper one, Landcruiser 70 series obviously, and Mercedes Geländewagen, and of course Ineos's Grenadier and the Suzuki Jimny. The ladder frame chassis is so effective in allowing vehicles to be accessorized that this Willys G503 was disassembled, packed in a box and airlifted to the troops in World War II.
Okay, my friend. Only a few days ago, because we know you are coming, we bring this one by purpose for you, because we know if you come without seeing this one, you'll come angry. All these Landcruiser without this one, it's impossible for you.
For those of you less familiar with the channel, I have 2 all-time favorite four-wheel drives, and this Landcruiser is one of them.
This is, I think, only one in the world van. 4x4.
This is a van, and because it's a hardtop van, like for example, the old Defender hardtop vans were ideal for this. Even easier to convert than a troop carrier because of the nature of the way the body is constructed. The one I'm fitting today is an Australian designed and Australian made unit, and we're going to fit it this morning. Stay with us. It's 2024. That means 40 years that I've been exploring the world's most remote places in four-wheel drives in association with the Overland Workshop. We of course are about to cut the roof off my troop carrier. This is the 4th time I've done it,
recycling bin,
and I can assure you one does not get used to this.
Yeah. No, that was in there. Wasn't lifted as well.
The only thing I don't want to hear is, oops. Ollie and his crew from Headspace Campers have come all the way from Queensland to fit my roof for me. and I'm very grateful to them. As I said, this is the 4th time that I've had to witness the roof being cut off my brand new troop carrier.
Glued on.
I'm not sure if it's just me getting used to it, but this was by far the least stressful time I've had to endure this.
So you've got the front roof rails, Andrew. You can pop a solar panel or a spare tyre on the top if you wish. Not that you would, but you could.
Love the finish. Love it. Gee, that looks good. I have to thank you.
What have we done?
Beautiful, clean, classy brand name.
Thank you very much.
You haven't given an enormous thing stretching over the width of the car with some mythical creature.
It is a pet hate.
Classy.
Thank you.
She's in there. Like,
Wait for the critical question. Sorry.
In fact, things seemed to go so easily, I felt a bit redundant.
Do you guys have any more towels or drop sheets?
Sorry. That is day 1 finished. They don't fit the bed until afterwards. It allows them to clamp it in a particular way. So we'll be back in 4 days' time when the glue is set to install the bedding, drop-down bed, and the awning. We're talking about awnings. Before the Headspace camper gets fitted, I have to choose an awning so I know what brackets to fit. And a selection of an instant awning for me is quite simple. The ease by which it is erected, and equally important, the ease by which it is folded away. If an awning is difficult to open or fiddly to put away, one will be reluctant to use it. And this is an expensive item. They're quite heavy, mounted high up. So if they are not used very often, well, that's money and weight badly spent. These two are from the Bush Company. The first one is a 270-degree awning, really perfect for SUVs, but I think a little small for the troop carrier. Certainly smaller than the awnings I've had fitted to my Troopies before. This is a lot.
There's a lot
Because
more.
of that's 90 degrees,
Yeah, and you.
so it's quite a lot more shade.
Yeah.
The Bush Company 270 Max, however, is a completely different story. It is far bigger than anything I've ever used before in terms of the amount of shade it provides, which is good, right? But if it is awkward to erect and clumsy to put away, then I don't want it on my vehicle.
So when you bring this one around, there's a little trick. As you bring that around, get onto the last this one. And then that's the other thing to use the carabines. You can then just clip them onto there. When you pull them around and open, don't pull them tight straight away.
Yes.
Yeah, so the front one goes out
The
first.
front one first. Having compared both of them now, it's clear to me that the larger one is more complicated to open and slightly more complex to close, but only by a very small amount.
Yep.
Neither of them are difficult to erect or pack away.
Coverage, mainly the coverage.
That's what most people go to.
This piece here is where it's most valuable. 90 degrees.
And the Max has so much more shaded area. For me now then, it's actually quite an easy decision.
Yeah, 5 kilograms extra weight. I'm going to take one of these.
Take one, Max. Another drone.
Max.
Start logging set up.
I'm going to take one now.
Yes. Yes, we have
Outstanding, outstanding. I had to make up my mind quickly because the rooftop tent is being assembled and fitted to the vehicle on Monday, and I needed to know what brackets to order. I hope I've made the right decision. This was the most exciting part of the entire build, watching the final touches being put to the camper conversion.
So you've got your red and white lights. You've sparked a movement because now everyone wants them. The red and white lights in the bottom of your bed, they touch on and off, but you requested to have red lights, didn't you? To get rid of the mosquitoes and the bugs at night time.
I did.
And you said that to me on the phone, and that weekend I tested it in my own camper, and you were 100% correct. Orange is all right, but not great. But red, not a single bug in the car. And since we've told everyone that you're getting red and white lights, the whole bloody world wants it now. So thanks. Thanks for nothing. They do look nice though.
Oh, so that's good.
So the best part is when you're cooking inside and you got dirty hands, because you're cutting up chicken, you can just brush it with the back of your hand. You don't have to touch it with your dirty hands. Like a switch, a switch is pretty easy.
It's nice that it comes on red first.
And red's first, so you don't get any insect. So your immediate thing is no insect. And then you've also got one upstairs too, Andrew. So you got one at the back here as well. And then you've also got one in your roof as well, which is also red. So if these are for whatever reason too bright, you can turn them both off, pull the bed down, turn them both off, and then your upstairs roof will illuminate the tent. So like it's more of a glow rather than a heart light. So this is in the premium model, you can either have timber ceilings or you can have heavy duty carpet designed for Velcroing too. And obviously you opted for that, being the Velcro king. So heavy duty carpet under the bed and also in your roof as well, so you can hang and attach whatever you want to it.
I will, of course, at a later stage present an in-depth review of the Headspace camper, but some of its design features are quite peculiar, like the double opening flaps shown here, and other changes that might look insignificant, I have a feeling won't be insignificant. Like, for example, the angle of the lift and the awning clamps, which also double to strengthen the bond between the cruiser's roof and the roof conversion. From my point of view, this is clever design thinking. Much more of that later. I'm looking forward to it.
I haven't climbed in it yet. For me, overlanding and exploration is life-changing, and I know it is for many, many people. And I know that I inspire hundreds of thousands of people around the world to go overlanding. But how many do I actually help? And the way I help is through my platform called the Overland Workshop. If you want to find out more, log into overland-workshop.com.